What if your body already knows how to heal itself? What if it has only been waiting for you to pause for a moment and listen? What if every ache, every tension, every restless night is not a cry for help, but a gentle reminder that you have drifted away from your own natural wisdom? The Buddha taught that the body and mind always follow the laws of nature. When we move against them, suffering arises. When we return to them, healing begins. No medicine is required. No intense effort is needed. Only a deeper breath, a brief moment of silence, a timely rest, and a heart willing to care for itself. Your body is like a flowing stream. When the water is clear, it heals on its own. When the water becomes cloudy, all it needs is stillness for the mud to settle. In this video, we will walk through 10 Buddhist rules that guide the body back to this natural state. When the breath opens, when the heart softens, the body begins to heal in the most gentle and miraculous way. Lesson 1. Breath, the gateway to natural self-healing. The breath is always there, accompanying us from the moment we are born until our very last moment. Yet most of the time we forget its miraculous presence. We only truly notice it when the body is tired, when the chest feels tight, or when the mind becomes tangled and overwhelmed. It is in these very moments that we realize the breath is the bridge between body and mind, the one stream of energy that can bring us back to ourselves instantly. The Buddha taught that the breath is the teacher of body and mind. When we breathe shallowly and hurriedly, the nervous system tightens like an overstretched string. Fatigue does not arise because we do too much, but because we live too fast. On the other hand, when we breathe slowly, deeply, and with awareness, the body shifts into a natural healing state. The heartbeat softens, energy opens, the mind becomes clear and gentle, like a still lake. Imagine each inhale as drawing pure light into every cell, and each exhale as releasing the shadows trapped within the body. Just a few mindful breaths are enough for peace to return. You can begin tomorrow morning with 10 deep breaths, or breathe before saying something difficult, before reacting, before letting the mind pull you away. Every mindful breath is a doorway to the natural healing capacity already within you. Lesson 2. Purification. Through food. Nourishment as energy. When the breath has become lighter, the body begins to send us another message, a subtle awareness of what we take into ourselves each day. Food does not only nourish the physical body, it also feeds the energetic frequency quietly moving within us. The Buddha reminded us that this body is made of food, referring not only to the biological process, but also to the state of mind that accompanies each meal. Imagine a bowl of fresh greens, a ripe piece of fruit, a simple dish prepared with mindfulness. They enter the body like streams of clear light, helping to purify, soften the digestive system, and open a sense of ease in the mind. In contrast, foods that are too heavy, full of chemicals, or eaten in haste behave like gray clouds clinging to our energy, making us sluggish, tired, and easily unfocused. When we eat with mindfulness, we hear more clearly what the body wants and what it does not want. We choose slowly to feel every flavor. We live slowly enough to appreciate every source of nourishment. We heal slowly so the body has the time it needs to restore itself. Let every meal be an act of caring for a sacred temple. When you place reverence into what you eat, the body responds with peace from within. Lesson 3. Silence. The invisible medicine. When the body feels lighter, thanks to the breath and the clean energy entering through food, we begin to notice a deeper kind of fatigue, one that does not lie in the muscles, but in the constant movement of our thoughts. The world outside never stops stirring. Sounds overlap. Information pours in. Emotions swirl endlessly. All of it pulls the body and mind away from themselves, stretching us thin without our awareness. This tension does not arrive in a single moment. It builds quietly, layer by layer, like small waves tapping again and again against the shore. In such a landscape, silence becomes an invisible yet powerful medicine. Just 10 minutes of sitting still, saying nothing and doing nothing, allows the body to reset its energy, like a cloudy lake settling when left undisturbed. The Buddha taught that in silence, wisdom arises, and we only understand the depth of that teaching when we personally experience the moment the mind begins to soften and settle. Sit with your breath. Set your devices aside. Let your eyes rest half closed. Each thought that appears can simply drift past like a floating cloud, needing neither grasping nor pushing away. Gradually, the lake within you becomes smooth again, and on that still surface, the truth of your own life begins to reveal itself with clarity. Lesson 4. Sleep. The unconscious meditation that renews the body. After we have rediscovered the breath and the stillness within the day, the body begins preparing for a deeper stage of healing, which is sleep. Many people think that sleep is simply the time when the body rests, but in truth, it is the period when the most powerful restoration takes place. When we sink into sleep, the night becomes like a soft, luminous blanket covering the entire body, guiding each cell into its natural state of renewal. The Buddha taught that a peaceful mind leads to peaceful sleep, and this reveals the intimate connection between the mind and the quality of rest. When the mind is tangled, sleep cannot go deep. When the mind is light, the body finally finds true rest. During the hours we are asleep, the liver filters and detoxifies, the kidneys balance the internal flow, the heart slows its rhythm to save energy, and the immune system works more actively to repair the subtle injuries we cannot see. Sleep is like a quiet teacher who tends to us without asking for anything in return. The only thing we must do is create the right conditions for it to arrive. Before bed, turn off blue light, set your phone aside, and sit for a few moments with deep, healing breaths. A small ritual like this is enough to lead the body and mind into a softer, more open state. When we enter the night with tranquility, the body will take care of the rest and return us to freshness with the morning light. Lesson 5. Mindful walking. The body moves, the mind returns. When sleep has quietly renewed the body through the night, your first steps into a new day become an important part of the healing journey. Not everyone realizes that mindful walking is a form of deep meditation, where every movement releases tension and guides the mind back home to the body. Each step placed upon the earth is a reminder that you are alive, that you are touching the truth of the present moment. The Buddha once said to walk as if kissing the earth, a simple phrase that carries profound wisdom. When we place our feet gently with full awareness, the earth feels like a loving mother receiving the invisible burdens we carry. A mindful step becomes like a stream of clear water flowing through the body, washing away worries, sorrow, and the compressed emotions accumulated throughout the day. Just 3 minutes of walking slowly, softly, and deeply can restore the energy of body and mind. You do not need a long road or a peaceful forest. A small hallway in your home, a few steps on the balcony, are already enough to open the doorway to calmness. What matters most is allowing the mind to walk with the body, letting each step become a steady anchor that brings you back to yourself. When the body moves in awareness, the mind naturally returns to its original clarity. And within those very steps, self-healing begins to unfold. Lesson 6. Releasing suppressed emotions. Unlocking inner energy. After mindful steps have softened both body and mind, we begin to clearly sense the heavy areas within us, like stones resting at the bottom of a quiet lake. These are the emotions that have been suppressed for a long time, the things we did not dare to say, did not dare to face, or tried to forget, but the body continued to remember in silence. The deeper emotions are buried, the more blocked our inner energy becomes, leaving us exhausted without knowing why. The Buddha taught that suffering dissolves when it is recognized, and this teaching reveals a profound truth. To heal, we must move through our emotions, not avoid them. Emotions are like a stream of water that has been blocked. If we do not allow it to flow, it will gather pressure and weigh down both body and mind. But when we gently open a path for it, that water naturally finds its own way out. You can begin by writing down unspoken feelings, or by sitting quietly and watching emotions the way you would watch clouds pass across the sky, without judgment, without pushing them away. Breathe through the areas that feel tight, letting the breath become a key that unlocks the energy stuck inside. There is no healing of the body if emotions remain imprisoned in the heart. When those inner stones are finally set down, the body becomes lighter, the energy brighter, and the path of self-healing reveals itself more clearly than ever. Lesson 7. Connecting with nature, the source of primordial energy. When suppressed emotions begin to loosen, we realize that the body and mind need another kind of nourishment, a place that soothes without requiring any words. That place is nature. In ancient teachings, monks often sought forests, mountains, rivers, and streams because they understood that nature carries a healing frequency rarely found anywhere else. Simply letting your bare feet touch the earth allows you to feel a cool current of energy entering the body, as if the ground is returning to you the stability you may have lost in the busyness of life. The teaching that the earth element supports all wounds is not just symbolic. It is a reminder that Mother Earth has the ability to absorb and transform the heavy energies we carry. Spending 10 minutes outside each day is enough to gently reset your nervous system. Morning light brightens the mind. A soft breeze brushing the skin brings you back to the present moment. The green of the leaves deepens your breath. The sound of water or birds awakens the tender space in the heart that we sometimes forget exists. Nature never rushes, never demands, never judges. When we attune ourselves to this primordial energy, the body naturally knows what to do to heal. And with just a few moments of connection, we take another step on the journey of returning to ourselves. Lesson 8. Gratitude and positive thinking. Transforming the body's chemistry. When nature has helped reopen the flow of primordial energy within us, we begin to notice something even more subtle. The quality of the thoughts in our mind directly affects the way the body functions. Every thought, whether light as a passing breeze or heavy as a dark cloud, creates changes in our hormones and immune system. The Buddha taught that the mind leads all things, and when we understand this deeply, we see that all healing begins at the very birthplace of each thought. Imagine your mind as a vast garden. The seeds you plant there will bloom into corresponding flowers. If you sow seeds of worry, doubt, or anger, the garden becomes dark and heated. But if you sow seeds of gratitude, gentleness, and hope, the garden brightens, allowing the body to produce healthier biological responses. A simple practice is to write down 3 things you are grateful for each evening, even the smallest ones. These moments of gratitude are like soft raindrops falling into the garden of the mind, making the soil softer and more fertile. In the morning, you can whisper the mantra, "My body is healing," to send a positive message to every cell. You do not need to change every thought in your mind. You only need to replace one heavy thought with one lighter thought. Transformation begins there, and the body will respond with its natural sense of peace. Lesson 9. The middle way, balance as the highest form of healing. After we learn how to plant wholesome seeds in the mind, another important lesson of the healing journey begins to unfold, and that lesson is balance. Much of the pain we experience in body and mind does not come from anything dramatic, but from the things we overdo or neglect. When we eat too much or too little, when we work excessively or abandon ourselves entirely, when we love with too much attachment or shut the heart completely, our energy is pulled away from its natural state. The Buddha pointed this out through the teaching of not leaning toward either extreme, a reminder that the path of healing is not found in excess but in harmony. Life is like a string of an instrument. If it is stretched too tightly, it breaks, but if it is too loose, it cannot produce any beautiful sound. Our body and mind are the same. Only when they are tuned to the right degree can they function in true harmony. Try looking back at your day. Is there something that is tilted too far? Is there something you have been ignoring? A small adjustment can shift the entire rhythm of your life. Sleeping a little earlier, eating a simple but complete meal, Pausing for a moment when the mind becomes too loud. Healing is harmony. When the body and mind find their balance again, the energy of self-healing activates instantly, allowing us to live lighter, clearer, and closer to our true selves. Lesson 10. Compassion and loving kindness, the most powerful medicine. When we have moved through the journey of finding the breath, nourishing the body, listening to our emotions, and restoring balance, one final doorway appears, leading us into the deepest form of healing. It is the doorway of compassion. The resentment, hatred, blame, or hardness we hold in our hearts does not only wound our spirit, it also affects the body. These emotions create inflammation, increase toxicity in the blood, and cause energy to stagnate. Every heavy emotion leaves an imprint on the body, even if we cannot see it with our eyes. In complete contrast, compassion has the power to soften the heart. And when the heart softens, the body opens its capacity to heal. The Buddha taught that love conquers hatred, and this teaching reminds us that love is not weakness, but the foundation of inner strength. Imagine a gentle light arising from the center of your chest, spreading across your ribcage, then flowing throughout your entire body like a warm stream, washing through the places that hurt. When practicing metta, you begin with a wish for peace for yourself, then extend it to loved ones, and finally to all beings, including those who have caused you pain. Each blessing you send out makes the heart wider, softer, and brighter. And within that spaciousness, the body rediscovers its natural ability to recover, an ability that compassion always knows how to awaken. After walking through the 10 rules of the self-healing journey, you may see that each step is like a key reopening the doorway to the sacred temple within. The breath brings the mind back home. Clean food brightens your energy. Silence settles inner turbulence. Sleep renews every cell. Mindful steps lead you toward lightness. Released emotions soften the body again. Nature supports you. Gratitude warms the heart. The middle way returns you to balance, and compassion awakens the deepest light inside you. Your body has always known how to heal itself. It only needs you to give it space, give it gentleness, and give it your full presence. Choose one rule to practice tonight or tomorrow morning, and feel the subtle yet profound shift it brings. If you wish to continue on this path of natural healing, comment "I choose to heal naturally" as a promise you make to yourself. And if this message has brought you value, follow the channel so we can continue nurturing peace together in everyday life.